The desired result, achievements brought by others. I used to think that a person's achievements were entirely self-made. But then, after going through many ups and downs, I finally understood. No one succeeds alone. Every desired result in this life is brought about by favorable connections. The master looked at me and gently said, "Do you know why many people, despite being highly talented and putting in immense effort, still fail to achieve what they desire?" That question struck the very core of my lingering doubts. The master continued, "Because they anchor themselves to a profession instead of anchoring themselves to a realm of life." He paused for a moment, then continued, "There are people who spend their whole lives chasing after a job, but in the end, they find no happiness. Conversely, there are people who do very simple things, yet they achieve their desired results. So, do you understand what creates this difference?" I thought for a moment, then softly replied, "Is it their awareness of life, Master?" The master smiled and nodded. He took a pen and drew a triangle with 3 corners on the paper: cause, condition, effect. In this life, it is not guaranteed that planting a cause will immediately yield an effect. Between cause and effect lies the condition. Without the right condition, no matter how good the cause is, it cannot blossom into the desired effect. I nodded softly. How many times had I tried my absolute best, yet still failed to achieve my desires simply because I lacked the right conditions? The master continued, "To have desired results, you need a full awareness of the dream career, the dream life, and the realms of life. If you only anchor yourself to a career, you will easily fall into a vicious cycle. But if you aim for a higher realm of life, where you help others and create value, your career will naturally flourish." I suddenly thought of those who only focus on making money, forgetting the true meaning of life. They chase a career but lack a life direction, and ultimately they get lost on the very path they chose. People usually go from career to life to realms of life, but in reality, they need to go in the opposite direction: realms of life to dream career. I was stunned. Without anchoring to a higher realm of life, no matter how talented a person is, they can easily lose their way. The master continued, "There are people with extraordinary talents, but in the end, their lives turn out to be undesirable. There are people who look very strong on the outside, but their inner life is full of suffering. There are people who succeed in business, but their family happiness is incomplete. Why is that?" I remained silent. I had met too many people like that. Because they do not yet have the right awareness of cause, condition, effect. They anchor themselves to a career instead of their dream life and the realms of life. They do not understand that achievements do not come from themselves alone, but are brought by favorable connections. I suddenly remembered the successful people I once admired. Behind them, there was always a support team, companions, and guiding teachers. They had noble persons, benefactors, bringers of wealth, talents, master connectors, enlightened masters, experts, teachers, and true spiritual guides present in their lives. No one achieves greatness alone. The master emphasized, self-made achievements are limited. Achievements brought by others are limitless. If you want desired results, you need to learn how to plant good causes, connect with favorable conditions, and not be attached to the idea that the achievements are yours alone. I began to understand. If I achieve success, it is not just because I am talented, but because the people around me have helped me. If I find happiness, it is not just because of my efforts, but also because favorable connections have appeared on my journey. I suddenly realized every desired result in this life is brought about by favorable connections. The master calmly continued, "Look back at your life. Everything you have today, whether big or small, was brought by others. If you become fully aware of this, you will have a more fulfilled and peaceful life, and achievements will come to you naturally." I suddenly felt my heart become incredibly light. There was no need to chase after success anymore. I just needed to plant good causes, connect with favorable conditions, and achievements would naturally appear. I looked up at the master, my heart overflowing with gratitude. I used to think I needed to do a lot and try extremely hard, but today I understood. Doing a lot doesn't guarantee desired results. Doing things in the right direction brings desired results. I choose not to anchor myself to a profession, but to a higher realm of life. I choose to help people help others, create value, and help people become happy and successful. Because I understand that to have desired results, first you must plant the right cause and connect with the right condition. To have sustainable achievements, first you must realize that achievements are not yours alone. My self-made achievements are limited, but achievements brought by others are limitless. And therefore, we vow to be the favorable connection that supports others in achieving their life's desires, thereby smoothly elevating our own realm of life.